be announced. Driver to be announced on number 6 Easton Ivy. That's race 9, 6 Easton Ivy, TBA. And the 10th race, number 2 Millennium Sealster. Driver to be announced. Race 10, 2 TBA. Once again, no changes. Races 1 or 2. It's currently 8 minutes to our first dash. field for race number 1 is on the track for the post parade. Number 1 is Northern Belle, child number for Greg Campbell and Angelo DeLellis. Number 2 is Silver Hill Misty, Jason Ryan for David Daniel and Leonard Gamble. Number 3 is Good Row Machine, Travis Henry for Frederick Borgo and Richard Borgo. 4 is Shemar's Lady Havoc, Daryl Thiessen for Peter Finnegan and Sheila Lewis. 5 is PL Lightning, Scott Culliver, Corey Johnson and Michael Goldberg. And number 6, Crystal Dragon, Austin Sorry for Tim Myers and Phil Price Jr. And number 7 is Jessica's Legacy, Bruce Richardson for Paul Taylor and Robert Hamather. It is a field of 7 for race number 1. Looking at this field, we'll start with number 3, Good Row Machine. 5 wins on the year. Last race, though, did come first up and wasn't quite as good, tailed off in the late going, but such excellent form before that. Had a long run of top 3 finishes in a row. And look at 12 out of 13 in the top 3 on the year. So that's the only non-top 3 finish, and it was a 4th after coming first up. So you have to give it to Good Row Machine. 4-1 on the board. Number 5, PL Lightning, though, is the even money favorite right now. Northern Belle. Correction. Number 5, PL Lightning, is even money on the board and is one that raced in a 12,500 claimer last race at Georgian Downs, finishing 4th. Now, is one here that races in a fairly similar class. Did have 11 wins last year, has a couple this year. The mile of 55 last time. An even enough mile. And also does show March the 6th winning at 55 and won at Mohawk. PL Lightning, though, 6-5, getting a lot of action. Scotty Coulter driving. Number 2, Silver Hill Misty's last race was not good at all, but you do see plenty of form before that. Silver Hill Misty, just 1 win, though, in 14 starts on the year. Does have a decent post, but is one that last race is a little disconcerting at Georgian Downs. But the form before it, maybe Silver Hill Misty will bounce back. Jason Ryan driving, 11-1, a little more of a price. And number 1, Northern Belle, is 7-2 on the board. Hasn't raced since the 17th of March, but did qualify just June the 27th, and a pretty strong qualifier in 58-4. Came home in 28-2 as well. So a sharp qualifier to get ready. Look at 7-time winner last year. Northern Belle has some wheels if she's ready to go. 7-2 on the board. The starting gate is rolling for race number 1. Northern Belle, Silver Hill Misty on the inside. In the center, Goodrow Machine, Shimar's Lady Havoc and PL Lightning. On the outside, Crystal Dragon and Jessica's Legacy. It is a field of 7 for race number 1. They're in the stretch drive. Here they come. And the field for race number 1 is at the start of the route. Goodrow Machine, Northern Belle, Silver Hill Misty, and PL Lightning as they press on into the turn. Then it is back to Shimar's Lady Havoc and Crystal Dragon. Jessica's Legacy trails the field. They work on down the backstretch. Silver Hill Misty and Jason Ryan made the lead over Northern Belle. And now PL Lightning driving on the outside. And PL Lightning has come on and taken over second. On the inside, third is Northern Belle. Goodrow Machine is fourth and now clearing to the lead. PL Lightning's going to take the front for Scotty Calder, and Silver Hill Misty is second. Northern Belle third. Goodrow Machine is fourth, and then it is Shimar's Lady Havoc and Crystal Dragon. And Jessica's Legacy is trailing the field. They work on around the turn. PL Lightning, the 3-5 favorite of a 27-4 opening quarter, brings the field off the turn heading towards the half with Silver Hill Misty racing position second. Now they work up towards the half and racing on the outside. First up comes Goodrow Machine, and following to the outside, Shimar's Lady Havoc. Then it's Northern Belle on the pylons and Crystal Dragon to the outside, and Jessica's Legacy trails the field. They work their way on into the backstretch. PL Lightning leads by about 2.5 or 3 over Goodrow Machine, who's now grabbed second. On the inside, Silver Hill Misty. Shimar's Lady Havoc is sent out 3 wide, and Shimar's Lady Havoc is taken third and is closing ground and about to grab second. They march on by 3/4, and it is PL Lightning. Shimar's Lady Havoc is second. Goodrow Machine third. Then Crystal Dragon and Northern Belle 3/4, 126. PL Lightning, but bearing down is Shimar's Lady Havoc, and coming is Northern Belle. Northern Belle has taken over third, and Goodrow Machine has dropped back to fourth, and then Crystal Dragon. Off that 3/4, 126, PL Lightning with Shimar's Lady Havoc in pursuit, but PL Lightning is sharp all the way to the finish. Shimar's Lady Havoc was a game second, then Northern Belle and Goodrow Machine. 155-2, PL Lightning. On the board, we have 5-4-1-3. Back in front of us, the winner of race 1. It's number 5, PL Lightning, a 5-year-old Badlands Hanover Bay mare. Owned by Mike Goldberg and Corey Johnson. Corey's also the trainer. Scotty Calder, the winning driver. It's the 16th win for PL Lightning and the 3rd this year. The first race payouts. 5 PL Lightning, $330 to $92.60. 4 Shimar's Lady Havoc, $560 and $4. And 1 Northern Belle, $290. $2 exactor is $16.40. Dollar try $34.45. Dollar super $95.55. Fans, in race number 5, we have a driver change. Number 3, wave that banner. It will be Daryl Thiessen. Daryl Thiessen drives the 3. Wave that banner in the 5th. First race silver finish from the top. 374 to 156. That's 374 to 156. field for the second is on parade. One is Goaltender. Marie-Claude Auger drives and trains for Martin Chouinard. Number 2 is Remember I'm Royal. Blair Burgess for Steve Stewart. Number 3 is Lady Lucy. Paul McKenzie for John Copus and Drybar Stables. Number 4 is Jen Nay. It's Travis Henry for Tom Riley and Shelley Racing. 5 is Master Craftsman Anthony Hahn for Desiree Jones and Dr. John Brown. Number 6, Timble Dazzle. Scott Quiller for Tony O'Sullivan and Timble Farms. In number 8 is Off-Road Hanover Jason Ryan for Mario by Eroja and the Stable. And number 9 is 7 Credits, Brett McDonald for Ron McDonald and Lorma McClure. Well, fans, let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 1, Goaltender, and Maria Auger, and one that has not raced since the end of last, September, late September, and does show making breaks in the last couple of starts. One at Three Rivers and one at Rito Carlton. So we'll see how Goaltender can manage. But you also see a nice 2:01 and 4 trot mile at Rito Carlton September 15th in a qualifier. And so Goaltender has some wheels, and you do see that 58 and 1 in the back half and the qualifier at Mohawk. So Goaltender, if he can stay flat, he's got a chance in here to be a decent value play, 10 to 1. Number 6, Timble Dazzle, is one that's got a couple of qualifiers to get ready for this. The last race, September the 4th. 6 tries last year without a top 3, but the qualifier, 2:03 and 2. Timble Dazzle for Tony O'Sullivan is 21 to 1. And at number 8, Off-Road Hanover, well, one that's set out by Mario by Eroja with Jason Ryan driving at Off-Road Hanover. Did have a 58 and 3 back half in the qualifier. And Off-Road Hanover, despite the outside post, is one that definitely has a chance in here, 9 to 2. We better touch on number 3, Lady Lucy, because 1 to 5 on the board right now, first career start. Now, 2 qualifiers. The last qualifier, see that final quarter, 34 and 3. I think that might have scared off a few people. But the start before that, you see a 57 and 3 middle half. Lady Lucy was trotting up a storm in the middle half of that June 1st qualifier. Lady Lucy and Paul McKenzie is 2 to 5 on the board. It is rolling for race number 2. Shaking up positions, Goaltender and Remember I'm Royal and Lady Lucy on the inside. In the center, Jenna and Master Craftsman. To the outside, Tamil Dazzle and Off-Road Hanover. And the second tier, 7 credits. Field for the second race is at the start of the drive. Lady Lucy, Tamil Dazzle, and to the outside, Off-Road Hanover. Off stride went Jenna. They drive into the first turn. Goaltender on the inside now is about 3 lengths off the lead, and now is taken third as racing fourth is Off-Road Hanover. Fifth to the inside is 7 credits. Then as they work down the backstretch, it's back to Remember I'm Royal and Master Craftsman. Lady Lucy leads as they race to the opening quarter. Advantage is about 2.5 right now. Tamil Dazzle, second. Goaltender right now is protecting third. And then Off-Road Hanover is fourth, and fifth is 7 credits. 30 seconds, the opening quarter. Remember I'm Royal, and then it is back to Master Craftsman. The field works on around the turn, and Lady Lucy off that 30-second opening quarter has a lead of a couple of lengths. Tamil Dazzle trots second. The Goaltender is third as the field works their way up towards the half, and then fourth to the inside is Off-Road Hanover, and Remember I'm Royal is on the outside, or rather 7 credits on the outside. And then it is back to Master Craftsman and Remember I'm Royal. 101 flat the halftime, and the field works their way on down the backstretch. Leading still is Lady Lucy. Lady Lucy now by 3 1/4. Tamil Dazzle second. Goaltender third. 7 credits to the outside now is getting up a little bit closer. And then it is Off-Road Hanover and Master Craftsman and Remember I'm Royal. But right now Lady Lucy is cruising. And the 3/4 was 1:30 Lady Lucy leads by 5, and Tamil Dazzle second. Goaltender third, and 7 credits is fourth, and then it is Off-Road Hanover. And Remember I'm Royal. The field turns for home. It is all Lady Lucy cruising on down the stretch drive. Tamil Dazzle up the inside. Goaltender. Lady Lucy is cruising at the finish. Wins it under wraps. Goaltender was second, then it was Tamil Dazzle, and Off-Road Hanover 2 minutes and 4/5. Your unofficial top 4, 3, 1, 6, 8. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 2. It's number 3, Lady Lucy, a 3-year-old royalty for Life Bay filly, owned by John Copas and Drive Our Stables. John Copas, the trainer. Paul McKenzie, the winning driver. Lady Lucy takes her career debut. Mile of 2 minutes and 4/5. The second race payouts, number 3, Lady Lucy, 620, 420, 310. One goaltender for $33.50. 6-time will dazzle $4. The $2 double is $52.50. We had a consolation double of 5 and 7 paying $3.50. $2 exactor, $27. Dollar try, $74.15. Dollar superfecta, $317.65. Fans noted driver change in race number 7. Number 7 tragically Bruce Richardson. Bruce Richardson drives the 7 in the 7th. The second race order finish from the top, 261-873, scratch 45. That's 261-873, scratch 45. Fans noting race number 6, we have a driver change. On number 6, BS Terrific, it will be Austin Sorey. Austin Sorey drives the 6 in the 6th. Field for race number 3 entering the track for the post parade. 1 is Grandpa Knows Best. Travis Henry for Chris Haskell and Judith Shelton. Number 2 is Sunshine Lou. Brett McDonough for Daniel Martin. Number 3, Storm Chaser, Jason Ryan for Jim Wellwood and Jeffrey Wellwood. Number 4 is Edam's Better Shark, Daryl Thiessen for Jeffrey Williamson. Number 5, Big Sur, Alpha Carol for Rebecca Geisel and Rick Breyer. And 6, to Jennifer's credit, Paul McKenzie for Sean Arnott. Number 7 is Poplar Artie, Scott Oliver, David Keys, and Patrick Gallagher. Number 8 is Blake's Chip, Anthony Hahn from Egg Crone and Hunt Racing. And number 9 is Cote d'Azur, Blair Burgess, drives and trains for Corinne Olson, Burgess, and RAW Equine. It's a field of 9 for the 3rd dash. Start of the Win 4. Post time in just a couple of minutes. Let's look at this field. We'll start with number 1, Grandpa Knows Best. And, well, Grandpa Knows Best had back-to-back wins in June to kick off the 2020 season. Hadn't raced since last September. And Grandpa Knows Best followed that up with a second at Dresden, a very game second at 57-3. So Grandpa Knows Best with the inside advantage and gate speed should be hustling out strongly. A good chance to go all the way, but 1-5, slightly overdoing it. We'll see if the odds come up closer to post time. Number 5, Big Sur, though, well, has 3 consecutive wins, and also is one that won at Dresden in that Prospect Series that Grandpa Knows Best was in. And now 1 in 59-2, where Grandpa Knows Best went in 57-3. Big Sur, 3 consecutive wins, 3 for 3 on the year. Alpha Carroll driving 5-1. Number 4, Edam's Better Shark, off a mile of 58-2 right here. And that was a very tough outing from the trailer post, and 3 wide at 3/4, and still digging final quarter of 28-3. That's impressive. Edam's Better Shark, 4 out of 6 in the top 3 on the year. Don't fall asleep on this one. 21-1. There's your sleeper play that has enough to be a big threat. And Edam's Better Shark and Daryl Thiessen. Number 6, to Jennifer's credit, well, has a win this year. Just 1 win in 21 starts. To Jennifer's credit, he's one that parked every step here last race and finished 5th. And after a tough opening quarter, still put up a solid 3/4, even with being parked. So to Jennifer's credit, if he got a little better trip, because he was 3rd here in this class just 2 starts ago. In fact, back-to-back 3rds, to Jennifer's credit, could get onto the ticket and help it pay plenty at 40-1. Fans are all over number 1, Grandpa Knows Best, driving up the odds on all of the others. If you think that a horse can take down the 1, you're going to get some value. The only one that's closely getting action is number 5, Big Sur, off 3 wins at 4-1. Third dash, field of 9. Scotty Coulter drives 7, Poplar Artie. The gate is rolling for race number 3. Shaking up positions. Grandpa Knows Best and Sunshine Lou and Storm Chaser in the center. Edam's Better Shark and Big Sur, and to the outside to Jennifer's Credit and Poplar Artie and Blake's Ship. In the second tier, Cote d'Azur. It is a field of 9 for the third. And they're at the start of the rough. Grandpa Knows Best, Edam's Better Shark, Sunshine Lou, and Big Sur. There's the first 4. Then it is Storm Chaser and Cote d'Azur. Then it is back to Jennifer's Credit as they work their way into the backstretch. Then we've got Poplar Artie and Blake's Chip, and going off stride was Edam's Better Shark. They race on to the opening quarter. Grandpa Knows Best. 1 to 9 on the board, and Grandpa Knows Best. Well, Grandpa leads right now by about 2 1/4. Sunshine Lou is second. Storm Chaser third. Big Sur is racing fourth, and then it is Cote d'Azur to Jennifer's Credit. And then it is back to, further back, Poplar Artie and Blake's Chip, and Edam's Better Shark has 8 to swim past to win. Grandpa Knows Best leads the field off the turn, and Sunshine Lou is keeping a watch from second. On the inside, third is Storm Chaser. Big Sur is moving on the outside now and moving up quickly. And then it is to Jennifer's Credit. Then it is Cote d'Azur and Poplar Artie and Blake's Chip, and they work their way on into the backstretch, and the half was 59-1. The opening quarter was 29 seconds, and they work their way on down the backstretch. Grandpa Knows Best Big Sur to the outside now is surfing up into contention and is only about a head off the lead. It is Grampano's Best and Big Sur and Sunshine Lou racing third. To Jennifer's credit is fourth, and fifth is Storm Chaser. Then it is Poplar Artie and Sunshine Lou. Grandpa Knows Best charging on as they roll by. 3/4 has the lead. Back out to about 2 1/4 now. 3/4, well, we'll give you that in a moment. They race to the top of the stretch. 3/4, 128 and 2. Grandpa Knows Best leads by about 3 right now. Big Sur second. Sunshine Lou is racing third, and then Storm Chaser. But Grandpa Knows Best. Grandpa was really spry in this one and takes it. Big Sur was second. Then third goes to Sunshine Lou, and fourth is between Côte d'Azur and Storm Chaser. The third race goes to Grandpa Knows Best. Fans, the inquiry sign goes up pertaining to number 4, Edam's Better Shark, and a possible broken equipment before the start. Mile was 1:56 and 1. 1:56 and 1, the time of the mile. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 3. It is one Grandpa Knows Best, a 3-year-old Badlands. Hanover Bay gelding over Chris Haskell and Judith Shelton. Chris Haskell is the trainer, and Travis Henry, the winning driver. 4th win for Grandpa Knows Best, 3rd this year. Mile of 1:56 and 1. Fans note the judges ruling that number 4 Edam's Better Shark, the equipment broke after the start, determined that number 4 Edam's Better Shark did get a fair start. Inquiry sign down on the board, 1523. The third race of payoffs. 1, Grandpa Knows Best, 220, 210, 210. 5, Big Sur, 250, 230. And 2, Sunshine Lou, 520. $2 exactor, $630. Try, $26.50. Superfecta, $149.30. The third race over finish from the top. 134 DNF 26785. That's 134 DNF 26785. Field for the fourth race on parade. One, Sweet City Girl, Travis Henry for Frederick Borgo and Colin Densley Burrows. Number 2 is Southwind Bayou, brought out of Robert Fellows and Blair Corbeil and Yolanda Fellows and Arpad Zabo. Number 3 is Fashion Rider Austin Sorry for Jared Bothwell. And number 4 is Artistic Meadow Alfie Carroll for Dennis Kerr and Shelley Kerr. And number 5 is Whitmere Rio, Childabort for Gord McDonnell and Douglas Good. Number 6, Persistent Example, Paul McKenzie for Paul Taylor and Robert Hamather. And number 7 is Rosella, Bruce Richardson, drives and trains and owns. Eight is Tell Them Hanover, Scott Quilliver, Patrick Shepard, and Thomas Knight. And number 9 is Scottish Mock Daryl Thiessen for Robert Doyle and Daniel Meade. It's a field of 9 for the fourth race. Let's look at this field. We'll start with number 3, Fashion Rider. Fashion Rider comes in rather fashionable form. A win and a second beat and a neck in the last couple of starts. Both of those here. The third last one, though, made an early break. But those last two really fine. And Fashion Rider has gate speed, another favorable post position. Had post 2 last race and got out in the pocket early. Fashion Rider almost winning last start. And a good chance in here. 3 to 5. Number 4, Artistic Meadow. Well, Artistic Meadow. Trailer posted Hanover last race and yet won by 3 lengths. And that was after being 6th by 5 at the half, and then worked really hard to come on and grab the lead. Artistic Meadow has been rocking. Artistic Meadow also is one that was third at Clinton back June the 14th. And if you take a look also, last year at the end of the year was racing really well. Closed out 2019 off of back-to-back wins. So Artistic Meadow, set up by Dennis Kerr and Alfie Carroll, should have a chance in here to win. 17 to 1, much better price there. Number 2, Southwind Bayou. Well, is one that won in 57 and 2 at Hanover last race and took a mark of 54 at Mohawk last year. So Southwind Bayou is one that, shouldn't get by your attention. You might want to take a close look. 5 to 1. Brett McDonald and Robert Fellows, a strong combination. And number 5, Whitmere Rio, has been racing consistently well. And look, it doesn't have a win this year, but 7 out of 12 in the top 3. Whitmere Rio was second last race in 154 and had a nice 27-1 third quarter. Whitmere Rio and Childborth for Gord McDonnell is on the board right now at 6 to 1. The fans are in love with number 3, Fashion Rider. They expect her to sashay around the track pretty nicely as the favorite and come home in front. But there are some others that could give Fashion Rio a bit of a test, and they offer more value. We'll find out how it plays out. The fourth race is going to post very shortly, in less than 2 minutes. Starting gate is rolling for race number 4, checking up positions. It'll be Sweet City Girl and Southwind Bayou and Fashion Rider on the inside. In the center, Artistic Meadow and Widmere Rio. And on the outside, Persistent Example, Rosella and Tellum Hanover. And the second tier, Scottish Mock. It is a field of 9 for the 4th dash on a warmish Friday here at the river. Here they come. And the field for the 4th is at the start of the rough. Fashion Rider gets out well. Sweet City Girl. And then it is Southwind Bayou. The field works on around the turn. Widmere Rio is racing 4th. And then out wide is Rosella. And down to the inside is Artistic Meadow. Then it is back to Persistent Example and Scottish Mock. And trailing the field is Tellum Hanover. They race on to the opening quarter. Fashion Rider at 4-5 has the lead. Advantage is a length and a half. Sweet City Girl is racing 2nd. Southwind Bayou is 3rd. And then position to 4th is Widmere Rio. And angles to the outside and is going to give cover to Rosello's on the outside. Artistic Meadow is 6th, 27-4 the opening quarter. Persistent Example is back 7th, and then it is back further to Scottish Mock as they work around the turn, and trailing is Tellum Hanover. Off that 27-4 opening quarter, they charge up towards the half. Fashion Rider has the lead. Sweet City Girl in the pocket. Widmere Rio on the outside is only about 2.5 lengths off the lead, and following to the outside, 2nd over 4th is Rosella. On the inside, Southwind Bayou, 57-2 as the halftime, and then it's back to Artistic Meadow, who's racing further back 6th, then 7th right now is Persistent Example. And then it is Scottish Mock and Tellum Hanover on down the stretch ride for Fashion Rider. Fashion Rider leads a length and 3/4, and racing on the outside right now is Widmere Rio. Sweet City Girl inside 3rd, and then Southwind Bayou has 4th. Rosella on the outside flipped is flattened out a little bit, and then it is Artistic Meadow and Persistent Example back to Scottish Mock and Tellum Hanover. 3/4 was 126-1, and they roll to the top of the stretch. Fashion Rider, the favorite, continues. Settled wide. Southwind Bayou is coming quickly. Fashion Rider, though. Fashion Rider is cruising at the finish. Fashion Rider is going to win. Southwind Bayou hard closing 2nd. Widmere Rio 3rd. Artistic Meadow was 4th. 155-4. Fashion Rider. Wheeling back in front of us is the winner of race number 4. It is number 3, Fashion Rider, a 6-year-old sports rider, Baymare, owned and trained by Jared Bothwell with Austin Sorey driving. 3rd win this year, 6th lifetime. Fashion Rider, 155-4. The fourth race of payouts. Number 3, Fashion Rider, 360, 250, 210. 2, Southwind Bayou, 490, 390. And 5, Woodmere Rio, 430. $2 exactor is $17.90. The dollar try is $44.35, and the dollar superfecta, $168.55. Up next is race number 5, number 3, Wave That Banner. Daryl Thiessen will drive. The fifth race will go to post in approximately 9 minutes. The fourth race order of finish from the top is a 5-1, 4-3-7, 9-8-6. That's 5-1, 4-3-7, 9-8-6. The field for race number 5 is entering the track for the post parade. There is one Dutch Sealster. Travis Henry for Joe Pereira and Charles Gaudreau. Number 2 is Top of the Morning. Jason Ryan for Rachel Onema and Ted Onema. Number 3 is Wave That Banner. Daryl Thiessen for Gary Bishop and Courtney Bishop. And number 4 is Blue Chip Sunshine. Natasha Day for Kelly Oliver and Milton Young. Number 5, Shark of the Water, Drew Neal for Victor McMurrin and Mark Adams and Randy Nielsen. Number 6, Open Water, Sylvain Fontaine for Marie Soleil Fontaine. Number 7, Crafty Example, Brett McDonough for Cora Johnson and Tricia Barsby. Number 8 is Toxicity, Austin Sorry for Patrick Shepard and Triple S Equine. Number 9 is Lone Wolf Courier, Tyler Moore for Gary McDonald. It is a field of 9 for race number 5. Note that Daryl Thiessen drives 3. Wave That Banner. While we have a moment, just to note, in the 6th race, we now have a driver change. One Cortez the Killer will be Drew Neal. Drew Neal drives one Cortez the Killer in the 6th race. Let us look at this field for race number 5. And in the 5th race, we will start off with look about number 2, Top of the Morning, Jason Ryan. And Top of the Morning, well, did not have a very good outing last race at Mohawk, but parked every step and finished 7th. Hard to come out on top with that kind of a trip. Now, Top of the Morning has come out on top 38 times lifetime and has a career best of 151, but that was taken a long time ago. Top of the Morning's a 13-year-old, but has a couple of wins, one at March the 5th just before the layoff, and then came back June the 13th at Hanover and kicked right back up with a win. So back-to-back wins before that last race. Better post position, and even in that tough last start, look at 55-4 in the back half. That's after parking every step and kept on trucking. Top of the Morning, sent up by Rachel Onema, and should have a decent chance in here. Is even money now, 3-5 on the board. Number 7, Crafty Example, and Brett McDonald. This one doesn't have a win this year, but 5 runner-up finishes. Tough post assignment. Raced a last race at Georgian Downs, 55-4, but only got a 5th out of it. But did race from off the pace and finish 2nd in this class at Georgian Downs, 2 starts back. And the price on 7 Crafty Example right now, 10-1. Number 8, Toxicity. Well, Toxicity, tough post, and came first up last race and tailed off in the late going. But also, you do see this one further back racing against tougher. And look at last year took a mark at Mohawk at 53-4. Maybe Toxicity. This is one sent up by Patrick Shepard with Austin Sorry driving. Maybe you can get on the ticket and help it pay a little bit at 21-1. Number 9, Lone Wolf Courier. Well, last race was tough, but was a solid 3rd here. Just 2 races back. Thing to note, though, doesn't have a win in the past 26. Has a bunch of wins a lifetime. More than $500,000 lifetime. Took a mark of 48-4 on the 5/8 of the Meadows, but that was a long time ago as well. But boy, I tell you, Lone Wolf Courier back then had some pretty serious wheels and does have a $500,000 in the bank. We'll see if there's something left in the tank for Lone Wolf Courier, 5-1 on the board. The 5th race, it's a field of 9, going to post in less than 2. Gate is rolling for race number 5. Dutch Sealster, top of the morning, and wave that banner on the inside. In the center, Blue Chip Sunshine and Shark Out of Water. To the outside, Open Water, Crafty Example, and Toxicity. And the second tier, Lone Wolf Courier. It is a field of 9 for the 5th dash on a Friday night at the river. Here they come. Field for the 5th race. He's at the start of the drop and top of the morning. Wave that banner, Shark Out of Water, and then Dutch Sealster and Blue Chip Sunshine and Lone Wolf Courier down from the second tier. Then it is back to Open Water and Crafty Example, and Toxicity is trailing the field. Top of the morning is on top early, leads by 2 1/4. Dutch Sealster is racing second, and on the inside third right now as they roll on to the opening quarter. And racing third is Shark Out of Water. Then it is back to Wave that banner and Blue Chip Sunshine. And then back further is Open Water and Crafty Example and Toxicity. And the field works on around the turn. 28 1's the opening quarter. And with the lead is top of the morning. Dutch Sealster is racing second. Lone Wolf Courier on the inside third is only 3 1/4 off the lead as they work off the turn. Then it is Wave that banner on the inside. Blue Chip Sunshine, and now Open Water is swimming on the outside as they race the way off the turn. But leading up to the half is top of the morning and Jason Ryan on top by 3. Dutch Sealster is second. Lone Wolf Courier third. Wave that banner moving on the outside, and Open Water is following to the outside. 58 2 is the halftime. Now on the inside and racing position 6th is Blue Chip Sunshine. Now taking 6th is Toxicity, and grabbing 7th now is Crafty Example. Blue Chip Sunshine back to 8th, and Shark Out of Water to the outside is trailing the field. Top of the morning still is on top. Leading at a length and a half. Wave that banner is second. Open Water, center of the track, is third and is about 2 3/4 from the lead. Toxicity is sent out 3 wide, and Lone Wolf Courier is on the inside. Then it is back to Crafty Example, and further back is Blue Chip Sunshine and Shark Out of Water. It is top of the morning. Up 3/4, 128 3, and they turn for home. Top of the morning and Wave that banner as they come on down the stretch by. And Lone Wolf Courier. Top of the morning, Lone Wolf Courier. Top of the morning, Lone Wolf Courier. Lone Wolf Courier on the outside is going to come on by and win it. Top of the morning was second. Wave that banner third, and Blue Chip Sunshine fourth. 158 3. Lone Wolf Courier. Here are the fifth race payouts. 9 Lone Wolf Courier. 1440, 390, 332. Top of the morning, 240 and 210. And 3 Wave That Banner, 1450. $2 exactor at 23.70. Dollar try, 125.95. The dollar super, 937.95. The fifth race order finish from the top is a 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 7, 1. That's 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 7, 1. Sixth dash is next. Drew Neal drives 1. Cortez the Killer. Daryl Thiessen is off that drive, off to Mohawk. Drew Neal drives, and number 6, Be As Terrific, will be Austin Sorey. Field for the sixth on parade. One, Cortez the Killer. Drew Neal for Jeffrey Williamson. Number 2, Miramachi David. Travis Henry for Joe Pereira and Jim Whalen. Number 3, American Assassin Jason Ryan for Jared Bothwell. And number 4, Terracotta Lad, child birth for Gord McDonnell. And number 5 is Invitation to Dream, Brent McDonough for Jay Conklin and James Smith. Number 6, BS Terrific, Austin Surrey for Kyle Bossins and Ron Nobes and Phil McGuire. Number 7 is CL Sport Action, Alfie Carroll for Colin Johnson and Debbie Element and Bobby Joe Matheson. Number 8 is Regally Magnified, Paul McKenzie for Gerard Demers and Tag Incorporated. And number 9 is Regal Max, Scott Calder for Paul Calder. Field of 9, race number 6. Note Drew Neal drives 1, Austin Surrey drives the 6. Let us get a look at this field. Note the high five carryover of $7,261 into this dash. So we better take a look at a bunch of them in here and see what we can figure out for you. First up, we'll be looking at number 6, BS Terrific, Austin Surrey, the driver. And this one comes in off of a front-end win in this class all the way on 56-4. Finished the mile sharply, 28-4 final quarter. Look at the year, 9 out of 13 in the top 2. So BS Terrific has been living up to his name. He has been terrific. 6 wins, winning almost half of his starts. A tougher post position, but is back in the same class and races for a high percentage barn. Kyle Bossins is tickling that 400 training mark at 397. BS Terrific is 5-2. Others, number 7, CL Sport Action, well, comes in from Mohawk, and look at 2 races ago, 53-4. That was a fine mile for CL Sport Action. So this one definitely could get into the action. Now, it is a tougher post assignment, but if you look at that start June the 16th, had post 8 and hustled out to make the lead. Now backed away because of expending so much energy early, 26-3 opening quarter. CL Sport Action, Alpha Carroll for Colin Johnson, and is a longer play at 20-1. That seems just a little too high. There's some value there. Others, number 2, Miramachi David's last race at Mohawk wasn't great, so now we'll be changing venues, but only 2 back was a competitive 4th and 53-4. Miramachi David and Turk Henry for Joe Pereira from a good post position. Could have a big bounce back and is on the board at even money. Number 8, Regally Magnified, well, has been getting inside post position, so was overdue to draw outside. Had a bunch of 1s and a 2. Regally Magnified certainly took advantage and was racing well. Regally Magnified, will see how he's able to handle the outside. Paul McKenzie, certainly tons of driving experience, around about 8,700 wins a lifetime. Regally Magnified is 40-1. And one more to take a look at down to the inside. Cortez the Killer has to be used somewhere on your top 5. Now the last race doesn't suggest it, but just before that was racing well. Above this class, finished 3rd. So that last race, maybe you could look at that as a one-off. This one did take a mark last year, 51-2 at Mohawk, so should be able to be a solid player and is 3-1 on the board. The 6th race, it is a field of 9 featuring the Super High 5 with that large carryover as well in play here in the 6th race as we're about a minute or so to post time. Fans, here are 3 driver changes. Note in race number 8, Vintageous, it will be Nick Boyd. Nick Boyd drives 8 Vintageous in the 8th. 9th race, number 6, Easton Ivy. Jason Ryan will drive. Race 9, 6, Easton Ivy. Jason Ryan. And in the 10th race, number 2, Millennium Sealster, Jason Ryan. Jason Ryan drives 2 Millennium Sealster in the 10th. Field 4, race number 6. Taking up positions. On the inside, Cortez the Killer, Miramachi David, and American Assassin. Then in the center, Terracotta Lad, an Invitation to Dream. On the outside, BS Terrific, CL Sport Action, and Regally Magnified. And the second tier, Regal Mac. The field for race number 6 is at the start, and they're off. And Miramachi David is getting out well. Then American Assassin and Terracotta Lad. And on the inside, Cortez the Killer. Then racing position 5th is Regal Mac as they work on down the back stretch. Invitation to Dream is 6th. And BS Terrific is back 7th. And then we have CL Sport Action. And trailing the field is Regally Magnified. Miramachi David has the lead as they race on to the opening quarter. American Assassin is right there, racing position 2nd. Terracotta Lad is 3rd, and Cortez the Killer is 4th. 27-4 was the opening quarter. Regal Mac is 5th, then 6th is Invitation to Dream. Then moving to the outside is BS Terrific, and the trailing pair, CL Sport Action and Regally Magnified. The field comes off the turn, and they race on towards us. Miramachi David and Turk Henry's got the lead. Cortez the Killer on the outside now is challenging, and Cortez the Killer is trying to rush up and grab the lead from Miramachi David. Then a gap of 3 or 4, and American Assassin is racing 3rd as they work their way towards the 5/8, and then it is Regal Mac. On into the backstretch they go. And it is Miramachi David, Cortez the Killer. American Assassin is racing 3rd. And then working up on the outside as they work on down the backstretch is Regal Mac. 5th to the inside is Terracotta Lad. BS Terrific is 6th, and then Invitation to Dream and CL Sport Action and Regally Magnified. 3/4 126-2. Fighting back on the inside is Miramachi David. Has reclaimed the lead from Cortez the Killer. And then to the inside, 3rd is American Assassin, and then it is Regal Mac, and out wide here comes CL Sport Action now, but as they turn for home, Miramachi David and Cortez the Killer is coming again. Miramachi David trying to hold on. Miramachi David tough hold over to the finish to win. Cortez the Killer was 2nd. Then it was Terracotta Lad and Regal Mac and Invitation to Dream. 156-1 Miramachi David. On the board, we have, or we had, number 2, Miramachi David as the winner. The 6-year-old articulator of A. Gelding. Owned by Jim Whalen, trained by Joe Pereira. Travis Henry, the winning driver. Third win this year, 8th lifetime. Miramachi David, 156-1. The 6th race. Payouts. Number 2, Miramachi David, 690, 370, 331. Cortez, the Killer, 360 and 340 and 4. Terracotta Lad, 1220. $2 exactor is 1830. Dollar try, 5720. Dollar high five pays 2400, 6205. And dollar win for was 133.50. The sixth race over a finish from the tops at 217-358-964. That's 217-358-964. The field for the seventh on parade. One is Save Your Song, J.B. Renault for Cam McKnight and Ballakeel Racing. Number 4 is Dance Off. It is Travis Henry for Scott McNiven and Hut Racing. Number 5 is Big Diamond, Anthony Hahn for Ride Boyd and Robert Cochran. Number 6, Back to Oz, Nick Boyd for Harold Wilson. And 7 is Tragically Hap, Bruce Richardson for Jim Ritchie and Paul Ritchie. Number 8 is Open Route, Paul McKenzie for Brian Dunbar and 8th Line Investments. 9 is Bookie Baby, Alpha Carroll for Dean Wall and Waldheim Stables. And 3 is Grace Under Pressure. Jean-Francois Gagne drives and trains and partners with Carl Warner. Well, fans, it is a field of 8 for the 7th race. Also note that Bruce Richardson, driver change, drive 7, Tragically Hep, the 2 is out. We'll start with number 6, Back to Oz. And, well, Back to Oz is back in the same class as the last couple of starts. Now, was a winner last year, one start here, 58-3. That's the only win in the past 18, though. Back to Oz did race competitively here, third from off the pace 2 races ago. In fact, one thing to note, the last 3 races has not been leaving well. Back to Oz, and Nick Boyd is on the board at 9-1. Number 7, Tragically Hep, is the 3-5 favorite. What jumps out is that speed of 55. The win at Georgian Downs 2 races ago. Came first up and trucked on to win in 155. And is sent up by Jim Ritchie, who sports a healthy training average, which is not unusual. And tragically, Hep is one also last week that although this horse finished 8th, look at the back half, 55 and 1, so just a little too far back early. And also, they just didn't go enough early to help tragically Hep. But 4 to 5 can be a strong play here. Number 8, Open Route, is one that, had post 8 last race in his class and didn't fare all that well. So Open Route, you get 90 to 1 on the board. But Open Route also was one that won back March the 12th at Flamborough in 58 and 2. Has shown some flashes of speed. Just of late, things have not gone all that well. Open Route dropped down in class the last couple of starts, but a tough post last race didn't help any. Long shot play 90 to 1. And number 1, Savior Song 35 to 1. Well, gets that inside post advantage after having the trailer post last race. Now this will be the second start. Was off a long while. Took off all of 2018 and 19, and now the second start back. We'll see if Savior Song can be a savior for you at 35 to 1. The 7th race, the fans are all over number 7, Tragically Hep, at 4 to 5 on the board. It is rolling for race number 7. Savior Song and Grace under pressure on the inside of the center. Dance Off and Big Diamond and Back to Oz to the outside. Tragically Hep, an Open Route. The second tier, Bookie Baby. Field of 8 for the 7th race. And there at the start of the rough, Big Diamond and Grace Under Pressure. Save Your Song. Then Dance Off and Tragically Hep as the field works on around the turn. Save Your Song has got the lead, and it's 3 lengths right now. Big Diamond is racing position second. And then third is Grace Under Pressure. Then it is Tragically Hep and Dance Off. And back to a Bookie Baby. Then back to Oz, and Open Route is trailing the field. They race on to the opening quarter, and Big Diamond is going to come on and grab the lead. Save Your Song is racing second. Grace Under Pressure third. 27-3 is the opening quarter. And then racing fourth is Tragically Hep. This field is spread out. Fifth is Dance Off. And then the field works around the turn with Bookie Baby sixth, and then back to Oz, and then it is back to Open Route. And the field heads up towards the half off that 27-3 opening quarter. And with the lead, it is Big Diamond right now, and Anthony Hahn freewheeling on top, leading by 3. Save Your Song is racing second. Tragically Hep to the outside. Grace Under Pressure is fourth on the inside. Bookie Baby is moving, and then Dance Off on the inside, and then it is back to Oz, and Open Route is way back. They work on down the backstretch. Big Diamond leads by 2. Tragically Hep, though, is getting closer. Tragically Hep now is moved up and is right alongside Big Diamond. Tragically Hep has taken over. Off that 57 2/2, they roll by 3/4. Big Diamond is second, now a length and a quarter from the lead. 3/4, 127-3. And Bookie Baby is third. And then it is back to Oz and Save Your Song and Grace Under Pressure and Dance Off. And the field reaches for the top of the stretch. Tragically Hep leads by about 2.5. Racing second is Big Diamond. Bookie Baby to the outside and back to Oz on down the stretch drive for Tragically Hep. Tragically Hep, and Bruce Richardson pounds out a winning beat. Bookie Baby was second. Then it was Big Diamond and back to Oz. 157-2. Back in front of us is the winner of race number 7. It's number 7, Tragically Hep, a 4-year-old sports rider bay mare, owned by Paul Ritchie and trained by Jim Ritchie. Bruce Richardson, the winning driver, second win this year, and the third lifetime. Tragically Hep, 157-2. Seventh race payout, 7 Tragically Hep 330 to 3210. 9 Bookie Baby 310 260. 5 Big Diamond 260. $2 exactor is $8. $80 trial of a $90 superfective 49.05. Seventh race, order of finish from the top is a 6 scratch 7 5 3 4 1 8 2. That's 6 scratch 7 5 3 4 1 8 2. Field for race number 8 is on parade. One, Just a Bandit. Brett McDonald for Doug Clark and Carmen Crysdale and Owen Wilson. Number 2, Kalima. Jason Ryan for Greg McHarren, Bloomingwood Farms. Number 3 is Grey Cup. Jean-Francois Gagné drives and trains and owns for Peter Van Segelen and Carl Warner. Number 4, Gambling Addiction. Bruce Richardson for Jeffrey Williamson and Rebecca Williamson. 5 is Why So Serious? Anthony Hahn for Nelson White and Frank and Robert Gentile. 6 is Mockaholic. Austin Sorry for Bruce McGee and Scott Davidson. Number 7 is Favors Way. Travis Embry, Brian Schufelt. 8 is Vintageous. Nick Boyd for Jack Powell and Bradley Powell. And number 9 is Cataparca. Paul McKenzie for Todd Clements and Chris Nickel. Well, fans, let's look at this field. We'll start with number 7, Favors Way. And Favors Way is one that had a couple of starts last year as a 7-year-old and did score a win as a 6-year-old. But a late start to his career. And Favors Way, working on the outside, is one that shows some flashes of speed. Was second in a qualifier here in 201. We'll see if Favors Way can step up. 25-1 on the board. Fans, we have the wrong numbers at the top for the tip sheet. It should be 9312. 9312 should be the ones that we are looking at. So let's first up take a look at number 9, Cataparca. Cataparca is one that did score a win at Flamborough March the 14th, a dominant win, but hasn't been good in the 2 starts since. But races for Todd Clements, who often has a decent record. Cataparca and Paul McKenzie is 7-1 on the board. Others to look at here, number 3, Grey Cup, comes in off of back-to-back third-place finishes. Now, took a lot of time off, but has had 2 starts since that long layoff, and they've both been good. Parked early last race and still stuck around for a third. Grey Cup at 7-2 on the board. Number 1, Just a Bandit. Well, did not fare well at Mohawk last race, but was good here in this class just 2 races ago. Third beaten a length and a half in 58-1. Just a Bandit, and Brett McDonald is 5-2 on the board. Brett McDonald and Just a Bandit on the inside now is the favorite. Number 2, Colima. Well, Colima is one that gets a better post. Had posts 6 and 7 in the last couple. And it was good here from the trailer post 3 races ago when leaving a little better. The last couple wasn't able to leave, but now from post 2, likely to get off the gate a little better. Colima is 4-1 on the board. The 8th race will go to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race number 8. Just a Bandit Kalima, Grey Cup on the inside. In the center, Gambling Addiction and Why So Serious. On the outside, Mockaholic, Favors Way and Vintageous. And the second tier, Cataparca. It's a field of 9 for the 8th race. And there at the start of the round, Kulima, Just a Bandit, and Grey Cup. Those the first 3, then Gambling Addiction and Why So Serious in Cataparca. Field works around the turn. Mockaholic is racing 7th. Then Favors Way and Vintageous. And on they race on down the backstretch. And Kulima has the lead. Just a Bandit is 2nd. And Grey Cup is racing 3rd. Cataparca is 4th in line. Gambling Addiction is racing 5th. And then it is Why So Serious and Mockaholic in Favors Way and Vintageous. And on they race on past the opening quarter. And it is Kolima who's got the lead past the opening quarter. But here comes Cataparca moving with authority on the outside. And Kolima's come on to get the lead. Cataparca is working against Kolima. Just a Bandit to the inside is 3rd. And Grey Cup is racing 4th. As the field comes off the turn and they roll on towards us. Kolima on the inside. Cataparca on the outside as they duel their way past the half. And racing position 3rd is Just a Bandit as they head their way to the 5/8. On the outside, Mockaholic has come on now and taken over 4th. Then 5th to the inside is Grey Cup. Into the backstretch they go. Then it is back to Gambling Addiction. And racing 3rd from last is Why So Serious. And then it is Favors Way and Vintageous. On down the backstretch they go. And Kolima still has the lead. Cataparca is a Mackenzie Parka right now and is about a head off the lead. And racing 3rd, Mockaholic, and then Just a Bandit on the inside. Mockaholic 3 wide is coming now. Kolima on the inside, Cataparca, and then it is Mockaholic and Just a Bandit. And then as the field turns from Gambling Addiction, and the field comes on down the stretch by Kolima, still has the lead, but now may have to deal with Mockaholic. Kolima though, Mockaholic, these two are going to fight it out to the finish. Mockaholic gets it done. Kolima was 2nd, Just a Bandit 3rd, Gambling Addiction was 4th. The 8th race goes to Mockaholic. Fans note the time on mile 156 flat. 156 flat. Wheeling back in front of us is the winner of race number 8. It's number 6, Mockaholic, a 3-year-old Mach 3 bay colt. Owned by Bruce McKean and Scott Davidson. Bruce McKean's the trainer. Austin Sorey, the winning driver. Mockaholic victorious in 156 flat for a new career best and a second win. Eighth race. Mutual price is number 6, Mockaholic, $16.78.70 and $3. 2, Colima, $5.260. 1, Just a Bandit, $2.10. $2 Exactor, $50.70. Try, $59.70. Superfecta, $342.95. The 8th race over finish from the top, so 325 471 896. That's 325 471 896. Field for race number 9 is on parade. 1 is Tighten 'em Up, Brett McDonough for Joe McIsaac and Carolyn Williston. Number 2, Stormont Timbit, Alpha Carroll for Desiree Jones and Stormont Meadows. 3 is Black 7, George Ketros drives and trains and owns. Number 4 is B. Dealin, Travis Henry for Mark McCormick. And 5, Dumb is Forever, Anthony Hahn for Nelson White and Deborah White. Number 6, Easton Ivy, Jason Ryan for Stephen Doyle and Henry Drawn. Number 7 is Cad's Kiss, Bruce Richardson for Joe Coffey and Morley Bosworth. And number 8, Vimy Bridge Venus, Paul McKenzie for Steve Loughran and Paul Mazzetti. And 9 is Olympic Glide, Tyler Moore for Ryan McClure. Well, fans, let's look at this field. We'll start with number 5, Dumb is Forever. Well, if you bet this one to win here last time out, you were pretty smart. Now, it was the favorite, but it was a lukewarm favorite, paid almost 3-1, so Dumb is Forever went all the way on top and now moves back up in class. 4 wins and 11 starts on the year. Dumb is Forever is 2-1 on the board. Anthony Hahn and Dumb is Forever. This one can get off the gate very well. We'll see how he fares from post 5. Got the front from post 3 last race. Dumb is Forever raced in a class just a touch below this one. 2 races ago and had post 5 and only managed a 4th. Dumb is Forever, though, sharpened up off that last one. 4th win of the year, 2-1. Number 4, Beat Dealin. Well, Beat Dealin's raced reasonably well of late, but doesn't have a win yet in 5 starts on the year. Beat Dealin, this will be now the 5th start off of the epidemic layoff. So Beat Dealin should be really coming into fine form. And Travis Henry and Beat Dealin, you get 20-1, now 15-1. Number 1, Tighten 'em Up. Well, gets an inside post, got a pocket trip last race, and managed to finish 3rd. Thing to note, though, is 0 for 28 in the win column. And Tighten 'em Up is 7-2. Brett McDonald for Jim McIsaac. And one more to touch on is number 6, Easton Ivy, who is a co-favorite at 2-1 on the board, or at least was. Easton Ivy, Jason Ryan, raced very well here last race, and that was in a class close to this one, beaten just a length and a half. That was a solid race to build on, and that was the first race since the middle of June. So Easton Ivy may represent the best value. 2-1 isn't much value, but it's better than the 3-5 on 5, Dumb is Forever. These certainly look like the top 2 horses in this dash, the 5 and the 6. 9th race of Field of 9, going to post shortly. field for the 9th race is taking up position. It'll be Tighten 'em Up and Storm on Timbit. Black 7 on the inside. To the center, be Dealin' and Dumb is Forever. The outside, East and Ivy, Cad's Kiss, and Vimy Ridge Venus. And the second tier, Olympic Glide. It is a field of 9, and it's race number 9 on a Friday night at the river, and they have reached the start in the rough, and Tighten 'em Up is going to get it well. Black 7, Storm on Timbits long to the inside, and Dumb is Forever is racing forth as they work around the turn. Then Olympic Glide on the inside. To the outside is Vimy Ridge Venus, and then it is back to East and Ivy. Be Dealin' is second from last, and Cad's Kiss is trailing the field. And now coming on to get the lead is Black 7. Black 7's in front by 2 1/4. Tighten 'em Up is racing second. Storm on Timbit is third, and then Dumb is Forever races fourth as they work their way on past that opening quarter. And that opening panel was 29 3. And Tighten 'em Up has come back around to reclaim the lead. Black 7 is racing second. Storm on Timbit is third. And Dumb is Forever is racing fourth. And then it is Olympic Glide and Vimy Ridge Venus and East and Ivy. And then further back to be Dealin' as the field works their way on around the turn. And way back and struggling is Cad's Kiss. They race the way off the turn and they come on towards us. Tighten 'em Up has the lead for Bruce Richardson. Black 7 and George Ketros in pursuit. Here comes Dumb is Forever moving smartly on the outside. Halftime was recorded in 101 and 2. And off stride went Storm on Timbit. Now moving on the outside, Olympic Glide is racing second over fourth. And fifth to the inside is Be Dealin'. East and Ivy is sixth on the outside. On down the back stretch they go. And Dumb is Forever is dueling with Tighten 'em Up. They stride together on down the back stretch. Tighten 'em Up leads it by a nose. On the outside, Dumb is Forever. Black 7 is third. Olympic Glide is racing fourth. And then it is Be Dealin'. And East and Ivy, Tighten 'em Up drives on the lead and has the advantage back to about 3/4 of a length over Dumb is Forever. 3/4, 131 and 4. Black 7 third, and now Olympic Glide is going to glide out 3 wide and is coming sharply now. And also digging is East and Ivy, and then it is Be Dealin'. They turn from off 3/4, 131 and 4. And Tighten 'em Up. Olympic Glide, they come on down the stretch drive. Tighten 'em Up and Olympic Glide, and up the inside is Black 7. It is Olympic Glide and charging late East and Ivy. Olympic Glide wins it. East and Ivy's in a place photo with Tighten 'em Up, and fourth was Black 7. Mile of 2:03 flats. On the board, we have a 9-1-6-3. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race 9. It's number 9 Olympic Glide, a 5-year-old Glide Master Bay Gelding, owned and trained by Ryan McClure. Tyler Moore is the winning driver. It is the second win for Olympic Glide. Mile of 2:03. Ninth race payouts, 9 Olympic Glide. $101 to win. 3120 and 1080. Tighten them up. 430, 270. 6 East and Ivy, $4. $2 exactor, 310.40. The dollar try is 987.40. A 20-cent superfecta. We're going to need a bigger boat. $1,955.67. Ka-ching. Ninth race over a finish from the top. 294-563-781. That's 294-563-781. Field for the 10th on parade. One loaded deck. Jean-Francois Gagne drives and trains, partners with Russell Branham. Albert Russell Branham. Number 2 is Millennium Sealster, Jason Ryan for Charlebois Christoforou. And 3 is Race Credit, Chris Matthews drives and trains and partners with Jessica Breeze Carn and also Chuck Miller. Number 4 is Casey's Dragon, Nick Boyd for Pat Rouleau and Frank Provenzano. 5 is Let's Get Pickled, Mike Vanderkamp for Diana Secord. Now there's a plan. Number 6, Summertime Cruise in Austin Sorry for Patrick Shepard and Stephen Taylor. Number 7 is Ozzie Young, Paul McKenzie for Ken Oliver and Milton Young. 8, L'Argent Lucky, Alfie Curl for Larry Lane. And 9 is Custom Cut Salvador for Marie Helene DuPont. It's a field of 9 for the 10th race. Note that Jason Ryan drives to Millennium Sealster, and we will be starting off with a look at number 2, Millennium Sealster. Number 2, Millennium Sealster is one that shows 53-2 mile last race at Mohawk. Now we'll change venues and did race well, 54-4, finishing 3rd in this class at Georgian Downs 2 races ago, and that was post 7. Now gets to move down to the inside. Jason Ryan and Millennium Sealster should have a decent chance to win in here, and he's 5-1. Number 1, Loaded Deck, Jean-Francois Gagne driving, and was in this class last time out, was 2nd, and had post 1, and is going to try it again from post 1, and should definitely be a top 3 player. 9-1 on the board. Number 5, Let's Get Pickled, was a winner in this class last time out. Back-to-back wins for Let's Get Pickled. And if you want to belly up to the bar and bet on Let's Get Pickled, well, 6-1 right now. And number 9, Custom Cut. Well, Custom Cut is the one that won in this class last time out. Look at that was the trailer post. So how would he do from the trailer post? Well, he went to the front and didn't look back, and 53-3 here. Rock and roll. That's why Custom Cut is 4-5 on the board. But also does show making breaks a couple of times, but was smooth last race. Custom Cut put up a 27-4 opening quarter and just kept on trucking. 3-5, now the favorite. field for the 10th, taking up positions, Loaded Deck, Millennium Sealster, and Ray's Credit on the inside, Casey's Dragon. Let's Get Pickled in the center. To the outside, Summertime Cruising, Ozzy Young, and Larjon Lucky. The second tier, Custom Cut. The field for the 10th race is at the start of the rough, and Loaded Deck is out well. Summertime Cruising, Ozzy Young, and then Millennium Sealster and Custom Cut as the field sprints around that first turn. Loaded Deck has the lead, and Custom Cut from the second tier is right there close, and then it is Ray's Credit who's racing third, and now Custom Cut is going to try to drive on and take the lead, and Custom Cut from the trailer post is charging towards the front against Loaded Deck, then a gap of 2 or 3. Ray's Credit third, Millennium Sealster is racing fourth, and then it is Summertime Cruising and Casey's Dragon. Back to Ozzy Young, and then it's back further to Let's Get Pickled. Larjon Lucky is trailing the field. Custom Cut has the lead, 27-2. He cut it a quick opening quarter. Loaded Deck is racing second. Ray's Credit is third. Millennium Sealster is racing fourth, and then Casey's Dragon works to the outside in front of Summertime Cruising on the inside. And then it is Let's Get Pickled who's moved out, but is racing seventh. Then Ozzy Young and Larjon Lucky. Halftime was recorded by Custom Cut and Tyler Moore. 57 seconds flat the halftime. Loaded Deck is racing second, and Ray's Credit is third. Casey's Dragon is fourth, and then Millennium Sealster, and Let's Get Pickled, and Summertime Cruising, Larjon Lucky, and Ozzy Young on down the back stretch for Custom Cut. Custom Cut has a lead of a couple now. Loaded Deck is second. Casey's Dragon third. Ray's Credit is racing fourth, and then Let's Get Pickled is fifth, and Millennium Sealster is sixth. Trailing three, Larjon Lucky, Ozzy Young, and Summertime Cruising. Custom Cut trying to cut into the lead is Casey's Dragon. Custom Cut 3/4, 125 and 4, and they turn for home. Custom Cut and Tyler Moore. Casey's Dragon and Nick Boyd in pursuit on down the stretch drive for Custom Cut. And out charging Casey's Dragon, flying late. Let's Get Pickled, but it's going to go to Casey's Dragon. Let's Get Pickled is in a place photo with Custom Cut, and then it's close between Ray's Credit and Millennium Sealster. 155-2. Back in front of us is the winner of race number 10. It's number 4, Casey's Dragon. 4-year-old So Real Bay Gelding, owned by Frank Provenzano of Sault Ste. Marie. Pat Rouleau is the trainer. Nick Boyd, the winning driver. First win this year, 5th lifetime. Casey's Dragon at 45-1. Boyd, oh Boyd. The 10th race payouts. Number 4, Casey's Dragon. 94.70 to win. 38.90 and 12.30. Number 5, Let's Get Pickled. 6.90 and $4.09. Custom cut 2.80. The $2 exactor of 4, Casey's Dragon, and 5, Let's Get Pickled, pays $1,335.60. Dollar try is $1,250.20. Note there'll be a high five carryover into Monday night of more than $5,400. The $1 pick 3. Well, we'll give you the 20-cent pick 3 then. 3 of 3, $492.16. And a 20-cent win for 4 of 4, $3,590.55. Ka-ching. The 10th race order of finish from the top is 6, 4, 5, 1, 2, 9, 7, 8, 3. That's 6, 4, 5, 1, 2, 9, 7, 8, 3. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Friday evening. Action resumes this coming Monday with the first race post time of 6:30 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos.